Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another day of writing. Okay, so this week we have learned a lot. We have learned to look at our writing and go over the first 3 stars of our 5-star writing. So the first one was making sure that the first letter of our sentence is a big letter, is capitalized. The second thing we talked about is putting finger spaces in between words. And the last thing we talked about was making sure our writing was nice and neat so that our readers could read it. So your homework yesterday was to write, I can. Thank you for doing your homework. Now we're going to look at our writing and compare it to our checklist. We haven't used our checklist in a while, so before we do that, I wanted to go over the checklist with you. So remember, when we think we're done, we're not always done. So we say, when we're done, we have just begun. Can you say it with me? Ready, set, go. When we are done, we have just begun. Good job. All right, so the first one is add to our picture. So we're gonna take a look at our writing. First, I'm gonna do it with mine, and then it will be your turn to do it with yours. We're gonna look at my writing, and we're going to see if we can add any more details to the picture that pertain to the picture, that are about what I'm writing about, that would make my readers understand more about it. So I wrote about crocheting, so when we look at my picture, we are going to look at it and think, what can I put on my picture that will tell us more about crocheting? After that, we will go down to the second part, add to my words. This is the first time that we wrote words on our own, and we knew exactly what we were writing. They were words that we have learned. So now, we're really going to work on adding to our words. We have I can, but what is it that we can do? And the last part is start a new piece. If you've already added to your pictures, you've already added to your words, and you don't think there's any more details you can put that would help your readers to understand what you're writing about, then it's time to start a new piece. All right, let's get started at looking at my writing. All right, so here's my picture. It's me in my living room on the couch. I have my yarn, I have my crochet hook, and I have the blanket that I'm working on. And I'm sitting there and I'm crocheting. So first, we look to see if we can add anything to our picture. So let me look at my picture. Is there anything else I have when I crochet? You know what? There is. I have a little bag, and my little bag has all my hooks in it, but it also has markers. The markers look like little pins, and when you count, you can put markers so that you can keep count of like how many rows you're doing. So maybe I can add my bag that has all my hooks and my markers in it, because when I crochet, I make sure that bag's with me, just in case I need it. So why don't we add that? Where should we add that? What do you think? Well, on this side, I have my blanket and yarn. Why don't I put my bag on the other side so it doesn't get mixed up in everything else? So here's my bag. There's my bag. I cannot think of anything else that would help my readers to understand anything more about crocheting. Although I have a bag, maybe my readers won't know what's in my bag. Maybe I should put stuff around my bag to show what's in there. I said that there's spacers that kind of look like hooks. They look like this, or that look like pins. And then there's more hooks. So maybe put some more hooks around. Maybe some more pin or spacer. All right. How about that? Maybe that will show my reader what I'm talking about. What else could I add to my picture? Well, I labeled myself. I labeled that I was crocheting, and I labeled the yarn. Maybe I should label the blanket because I'm crocheting a blanket. That's important to know. Blanket. Why don't we go ahead and say that slowly and look for that first sound. Can you do it with me? Good. Blanket. 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 Do you hear the first sound? Blanket. Ooh, that's B. Do you know how to write B? I'm going to write B up there. So the way I remember to write B is a bat and a ball. So first a line for a bat and then a circle for a ball, just like that. And I'm going to put it near my blanket so we know that that's the blanket, not this, but that over there, the red. Another important thing is the hooks, right? We just added new details, so we got to make sure we label those. Hooks, hooks, hooks. That's H, like horse. So here next to my hooks, I'm going to write an H. So I added my H for my hooks. Now, I should label one more thing. I've called them two different things. I've called them markers and spacers. We're going to go with markers because that's really what you use them for, is to mark where you are and count how many lines you've done. So markers, 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 M. So we're going to put an M next to the markers that mark how many lines we've done. You know, I think that's all we can put to the picture or add to the picture that helps our readers understand what we are talking about. So why don't we go to the next one? Add to my words. Right now I have I can. But what can I do? Do you remember? I can crochet. Yeah, I can crochet. So I need to put that. I can crochet. Well, we started sounding it out. Crochet is a pretty difficult word. So we're going to have to break it up. Now, I'm going to show you a new skill. I do not expect you to do it yourself because there's so many components to it. That means there's so many things that we learn to make this one skill happen that makes it difficult. And we haven't learned all of those other skills. I'm just going to show you what I expect you to do later. So I'm modeling what I want you to do eventually, later in kindergarten. Okay, so you talked a little about syllables. We're going to split crochet up to syllables because if we split it up into smaller pieces, it makes it easier to sound out. Okay, so crochet. We're going to clap it out. Crochet. Crochet. So let's start with crow. Crow. See? Oh, finger space. Crow. Ooh, that's R. Oh. Crow. And then my second syllable that I said was shay. So shay. Crochet. Shay. A. A. Sh. I don't know what makes sh. So I'm just gonna put a line there. I know there's a sound that goes there, but I'm not sure what sound it is. So I'm just gonna put a line there. Crochet. A. I'm gonna put an A there. Crochet. A. Crochet. So I added to my words. Added to my picture, added to my words. Oh, I forgot my period, so I'm gonna go back and put my period. Now, if I added to my picture and I added to my words, my next step is to start a new piece. All right, start a new piece. There are two ways I can do this. I can add another page to tell more about crocheting, or I can start a new piece on what else I can do. That is up to you. You can start a whole new subject of what else you can do, or you can get a new piece, a new paper, and continue the same topic. You can write more about what you can do that you already started writing about. For me, that would be crochet. So I can add more to crochet, or I can write something different, something else I can do. You know, I'm gonna continue with crochet. That's what I'm gonna do. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start a new piece because I have already added to my picture, I have already added to my words, and when we are done, we have just begun. So even though I might be done with this page, that doesn't mean I'm done forever. It means I go to the next step. I start a new piece. Parents, I know I spelled crochet wrong. Just a reminder that we are spelling things phonetically in kindergarten. Okay? Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.